Hi, my name is Agha. I'm a Reiki master and a shamanic practitioner, and this is day 9 in a series of video clips helping you to create a daily practice in your life. Yesterday then was day 8, and that was about the power of sacred movement and dance. So I hope it was a blessed day with much connection, beauty and truth for you in that practice. Today, day 9 then, shall be introducing you or reawakening you to the power of prayer in your lives. Now, often when we say the word prayer, it can bring up quite negative or difficult connotations for us. We might hearken back to a time in our childhood when we were forced to pray, or when an organized religion was imposed on us, when we may have had to endure long school assemblies, or weekends spent in places of worship when we really wanted to be outdoors, connecting with our friends or connecting with the land. That's really not what I mean by prayer. By prayer, I mean a chance to have a dialogue with the divine, with that energy that is all around us, with the sacred that is in us and all around us. With Mother, Father, God, with the Great Spirit, with the Great Mystery, with the Great Unseen, with the universe, with the cosmos, whichever word you feel most comfortable giving this all present, this all loving, this all abundant source of energy. Prayer, then, is a chance for us to offload. It's a chance for us to surrender. It's a chance for us to go into a place of humility and seeking. And it is a chance for us to receive guidance also in our lives. Prayer becomes our refuge. So rather than seeking guidance from outside influences, going to others, going to those that we feel may save us in some way, consistently going to workshops or events or groups that we feel may bring us salvation, we go to prayer and we start to find that those answers, our refuge, our salvation lies within us, all around us, and the messages start to come to us through the land, through synchronicity, through dreams, through thought processes. So that's very much what I mean by prayer. Now, if you are already familiar with this, if this is something that you already do in your life regularly, then you probably don't need this reminder. But what I will humbly suggest is that see how much further you can go in that practice. See how much deeper you can go into prayer. See how much more authentic you can be. So I would advise you to go to your sacred space, to open the space as you feel comfortable doing, to be in a place of stillness and silence, and to allow yourself to speak freely from your heart. And I would urge you to speak your prayers out loud. When we do that, we start to distinguish between the muddied thoughts in our minds, the shopping list that we're going over, the to-do list that we have in the back of our minds, and what we truly are yearning for at this time, what we truly are wanting guidance on this time. Also, when we speak out loud, we start to hear the deepest parts of ourselves echoed back at us. We start to hear our yearnings echoed back at us. So we start to bring a greater awareness into what is going on in our inner world. So if you have a practice of prayer or a spiritual practice already in your life, then I simply urge you to go back to your sacred space, to open that space, to speak your prayer out loud, and to speak as authentically and truthfully as you can from your heart. For those of you who have never had a practice like this and are reticent about it or worry how you will go about it, then I would like to guide you through a very simple way of bringing prayer into your life. Now, if you've been following the clips, you will have found different ways, hopefully, to connect to that energy, to connect to something that is greater than you and gives you a sense of power, gives you a sense of love, gives you a sense of support. So when you went to the land and you connected to your tree, perhaps you felt something then. Perhaps you felt that energy. When you sat in meditation and connected to your heart and your breath, perhaps you felt something. Perhaps you felt an energy, a presence, something greater than you. When you danced, perhaps you felt an energy moving through you. When you sat in your sacred space and asked for forgiveness and gave thanks for all the gifts in your life, perhaps you felt an opening in you. Perhaps you felt a connection to something greater than you. So that is what I would like you to bring your attention to now. It's that, perhaps it was a fleeting moment, but it's that energy that you connected to, that you felt, that you are going to connect to again, that you are going to surrender to in prayer again. So give yourself a moment, give yourself as many moments as you need to really bring your attention into that space, remembering the time when you sat with your tree, or when you sat in gratitude, or when you sat in meditation. Perhaps it might help to put your hand on your heart, to shut your eyes, and really just bring your senses into a state of greater awareness, the air on your skin, the breath as it comes in and out of your body, what you can hear, what you feel, the presence of that energy around you. And then when you feel ready to open your eyes, and you're going to write a letter to this energy. You're going to write a letter to this presence that you feel all around you. We write a letter, I suggest we write a letter to overcome any initial shyness we may feel, or discomfort, or strangeness at having a conversation with an energy that we cannot see, perhaps, but which we may only be able to feel or know. So write your letter as formally as you need to, and you can, it's the dear so-and-so that's going to be your first, perhaps, stumbling block. What are you going to call this energy? So I urge you to use whatever terms or whatever term feels most appropriate to you. Dear universe, dear cosmos, dear energy that I felt when I was near my tree, dear spirit, dear great mystery, dear great unseen, dear Mother, Father, God, dear Blessed One, whatever feels right to you. Dear, I don't know what to call you, but I feel you. Whatever feels right to you. And then write your letter to this presence, saying what you need to say at this time. Perhaps you're having a difficult time in your life. Perhaps you're seeking guidance. Perhaps you're not happy with the way things are in your life. Perhaps you want to give thanks. Perhaps there's something that you truly wish to bring into your life, but you don't know how to. Let it all pour out of your heart in a stream of consciousness. Forget the need to edit or be perfect in any way. Simply allow this letter to flow from your heart as truthfully as possible. This is your letter to the divine. This is you building that bridge to the divine. Once you've written your letter, if you're not already in your sacred space, I would urge you to go to your sacred space. Open it as you usually would, and then read your letter out loud. And allow those words to fall over you. Allow them to have a resonance for you. Allow yourself to speak your prayer out loud. Prayer is how we start to have that conversation with the divine. And when we go into stillness, when we go into meditation, it's when we start to receive those messages. Prayer opens us up to the synchronicity of life. We ask for that which we feel we need. We unburden ourselves, and then we surrender. Then we let go. Then we get on with our lives. And we look out for those opportunities, those synchronicities that may well be answers to our prayers. But if we never even voiced our prayers in the first place, how can we bring our awareness into seeing the millions of opportunities that are countlessly opening up for us in every given moment, in every given day? So this is what prayer brings into our lives. So speak out loud your letter as slowly as you wish to. And then You will place your prayer, your letter to Spirit in your sacred space. Now you may wish to create a certain area that is just an area for your prayers until you get to a time where you feel comfortable to go into your sacred space and simply speak out loud your prayer. So this is just the beginning. This is the starting block for you. This is this is seeing the door, putting your hand on the handle before you truly open it and walk through that doorway. If this was to be your practice for the next 21 days, what a beautiful practice of surrender, of openness, of connection that would be. So see how you get on with this. You might find after the first time you've read your letter out loud, you don't need to write any more letters. You simply want to go to your sacred space and speak out your prayer out loud. You may find you need to carry on for a bit more with the letter writing. Now, we also looked at gratitude, and it would be nice to bring that into your prayers as well, to start your prayers giving thanks for everything that you have in your life. And then bringing your attention to that which feels in need of help in your life right now. I leave that open to you. This is your dialogue with that energy. And there is no rule book for this. It comes from your heart. And if it truly comes from your heart, then that is all. That is all that is needed. This is your chance to start to build that bridgeway that truly connect to the divine in you and all around you. So I send you much love in this practice. May your pathway to prayer be blessed, be held, and be truthful. And so until the next time, so it is. It is so.